Hello there, fellow seekers of online entertainment. Today we're diving into the twisted world of LeafyIsHere, a YouTuber whose rise to fame and subsequent fall from grace could make even the most hardened internet warrior cringe. From the very beginning, this controversial figure has provided us with a treasure trove of amusing drama, cringeworthy content, and enough edginess to sharpen a knife. So, strap in, and let's explore the fascinating yet unsettling story of LeafyIsHere. LeafyIsHere, or Calvin Vale, started his YouTube journey in 2011. His early videos were innocent enough, focusing on video games like Minecraft, but as fate would have it, Leafy would soon discover his true calling, creating roasts, rants, and cringe compilations that turned him into the internet's favorite punching bag. His channel quickly gained momentum, and in no time, millions of viewers flocked to his channel to witness the digital carnage. As Leafy's channel continued to grow, it was clear that his approach to content creation was anything but ordinary. He was unapologetic, brazen, and downright ruthless in his commentary. One might argue that this was the secret sauce to his success, an untamed spirit willing to push the boundaries of acceptability. Indeed, the more vicious his roasts became, the more people tuned in. It was a digital gladiator arena, and we were all here for the bloodshed. During this period, LeafyIsHere's videos often featured a recurring formula. He would find a cringe-worthy video or individual, proceed to mock and ridicule them, all while providing snarky, sarcastic commentary. As his subscriber count soared, so too did the stakes. Leafy was no longer just an internet personality. He was an influencer with the power to shape public opinion, and he wielded that power with reckless abandon. Not everything was doom and gloom, though. Leafy's style of content, while controversial, offered a unique brand of entertainment that resonated with millions of viewers. With his signature hisses greeting and sardonic wit, Leafy managed to carve out a niche for himself that set him apart from the competition. His fans were fiercely loyal, and the more the internet condemned him, the more his audience seemed to rally around their champion. One of Leafy's most infamous video series was his cringe compilation episodes. These videos showcased a variety of awkward and embarrassing moments from other YouTubers, much to the delight of his audience. The series was a hit, and it garnered millions of views. However, it was also the source of much controversy. Many accused Leafy of punching down and targeting vulnerable individuals for the sake of entertainment. Despite the criticism, Leafy remained steadfast in his commitment to edgy, no-holds-barred content. If anything, the backlash seemed to embolden him. He continued to produce videos that pushed the limits of acceptable behavior, finding new ways to shock and entertain his audience. This commitment to his unique brand of humor is what kept viewers coming back for more. They were captivated by the unfiltered chaos that was LeafyIsHere. As Leafy's popularity grew, so too did his influence on the platform. He was no longer just an internet provocateur, he was a trendsetter. His unique brand of humor and commentary inspired a new generation of creators who sought to emulate his success. LeafyIsHere had become more than just a YouTuber. He was a symbol of defiance against the ever-encroaching wave of political correctness and censorship. Looking back on this era of LeafyIsHere's career, it's hard not to feel a sense of nostalgia. While his actions were often morally questionable, there's no denying that he was a trailblazer who forever changed the landscape of YouTube. The good, the bad, and the ugly, it all came together to create a captivating story that will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the most intriguing chapters in internet history. The good old days of LeafyIsHere were like the Wild West of YouTube. Anything went. He gained a reputation for mocking, ridiculing, and generally tearing apart people in his videos. There's no denying that Leafy's humor could be entertaining, but his reckless approach to content creation left a trail of broken dreams and hurt feelings in his wake. That said, we can't deny that his ruthless, no-holds-barred attitude provided endless amusement for his devoted audience. In the golden age of LeafyIsHere, his content was a guilty pleasure for many. It was the kind of entertainment that you knew was wrong, but you couldn't help but indulge in. Leafy's videos were a roller coaster of emotions, combining moments of hilarity, shock, and sometimes even disgust. And it was this unique blend of emotions that made his content so irresistible to his viewers. At the height of his fame, Leafy's roasts became legendary. His targets ranged from cringeworthy internet personalities to fellow YouTubers who dared to challenge him. His commentary was sharp, biting, and often downright cruel, but it was also undeniably entertaining. His fans eagerly awaited each new video, wondering who the next unlucky soul to find themselves in Leafy's crosshairs would be. As the body count of Leafy's roasts continued to grow, so too did his legion of fans. His audience, affectionately dubbed the Leafy Army, were die-hard supporters who reveled in the chaos their leader sowed. They eagerly participated in the digital warfare, raiding the comment sections of Leafy's targets and spreading their signature hiss far and wide across the internet. It wasn't all darkness and destruction, though. Amidst the carnage of Leafy's roasts, there were also moments of genuine hilarity. His sardonic wit and sarcastic commentary provided a unique spin on the ever-growing landscape of internet humor. Leafy's videos often felt like a breath of fresh air in a sea of sanitized, advertiser-friendly content, a fact that only served to endear him further to his fans. In many ways, LeafyIsHere was the epitome of internet counterculture. He was a creator who refused to bow to the pressures of political correctness and corporate influence. His content was raw, unfiltered, and at times downright offensive, but it was also undeniably captivating, providing a space for viewers to indulge in their darkest desires for mockery and ridicule. As Leafy's influence grew, so too did his impact on internet culture. His videos became a breeding ground for memes, catchphrases, and inside jokes that spread like wildfire across the digital landscape. For better or worse, LeafyIsHere had become an integral part of the internet zeitgeist, a creator whose content was both loved and loathed in equal measure. In the end, the good and the bad of LeafyIsHere's content came together to create a truly unforgettable experience. He was a creator who pushed the boundaries of acceptability, unafraid to take risks in the pursuit of entertainment. While his actions may have been morally dubious, there's no denying that LeafyIsHere provided his fans with a unique and memorable brand of humor that will forever be etched into the annals of internet history. With great power comes great controversy, and Leafy's rise to fame was not without its fair share of drama. In 2016, Leafy faced backlash for creating a video criticizing TommyNC2010, an autistic YouTuber. The drama intensified when other prominent YouTubers like H3H3 Productions criticized Leafy's content as bullying. Although Leafy issued an apology, it was clear that his true colors had been exposed, and the internet was hungry for more. The TommyNC2010 debacle marked a turning point for LeafyIsHere. The controversy revealed a darker side to his content, one that many were already aware of but had chosen to overlook. The incident drew attention to the fine line between humor and harassment, a line that Leafy had crossed more than once in his pursuit of internet fame. As the backlash grew, it became clear that the internet's favorite enfant terrible was no longer immune to criticism. The criticism didn't stop at Leafy's treatment of TommyNC2010. As more and more eyes were drawn to his content, other instances of perceived bullying and harassment came to light. Some of the individuals targeted in his videos were minors, or people struggling with mental health issues, individuals who were arguably more vulnerable and less equipped to handle the onslaught of internet hate that Leafy's videos often incited. As the controversy swirled, other prominent YouTubers began to weigh in on the situation. Some, like H3H3 Productions, accused Leafy of being a bully and exploiting the suffering of others for his own gain. Others defended him, arguing that his content was merely a form of satire or dark humor. The debate raged on, further dividing an already polarized community. In the midst of the uproar, Leafy found himself under fire from all sides. Former friends and allies turned against him, accusing him of being manipulative and untrustworthy. His enemies seized the opportunity to strike, using the controversy to fuel their own campaigns against him. And through it all, Leafy struggled to regain control of the narrative, releasing apologies and explanations that were met with mixed reactions. The TommyNC2010 incident served as a wake-up call for many in the YouTube community. It forced creators and viewers alike to confront the darker aspects of internet culture and consider the consequences of their actions. For some, it marked the beginning of a long overdue reckoning, an opportunity to hold content creators accountable for the impact of their words and actions. Ironically, Leafy's fall from grace only served to heighten his notoriety. His name became synonymous with controversy, and his videos were dissected and analyzed like never before. The internet was captivated by the drama, eagerly devouring every salacious detail of the unfolding scandal. It seemed that even in disgrace, LeafyIsHere was still a master of capturing the attention of the masses. Ultimately, the TommyNC2010 controversy was a defining moment in LeafyIsHere's career. It marked the beginning of the end, for the once untouchable creator, setting him on a path that would ultimately lead to his downfall. But it also highlighted the darker side of internet fame and the power dynamics at play within the YouTube community. Through the chaos and controversy, Leafy's story served as a cautionary tale, forcing us all to confront the darker aspects of the online world we inhabit. As if one controversy wasn't enough, Leafy found himself entangled in another scandal when he accused fellow YouTuber Keemstar of pedophilia. This baseless accusation not only left a sour taste in the mouths of many, but it also exposed the dark underbelly of Leafy's content, a world where humor and entertainment were weaponized to destroy lives. But hey, who needs morals when you're racking up millions of views, right? In the aftermath of the Tommy NC 2010 controversy and subsequent backlash, LeafyIsHere's content began to evolve. Perhaps in an attempt to regain his footing and adapt to the changing landscape, Leafy shifted his focus from targeting individuals to commenting on broader topics and trends. His videos became less about personal attacks and more about providing his unique brand of sarcastic and biting commentary on the world around him. Leafy's new approach did little to quell the growing tide of criticism against him. Many continued to view him as a toxic influence on the platform responsible for fostering a culture of negativity and harassment. The once unstoppable force of LeafyIsHere seemed to be losing momentum, his influence waning in the face of increasing scrutiny. As Leafy's content shifted, so too did the nature of his fanbase. The Leafy army of old, once united in their love for his no-holds-barred approach to humor, found themselves divided. Some embraced the change, enjoying the new direction his channel was taking. Others longed for the days of ruthless roasts and cringe compilations, growing increasingly disillusioned with the creator they once idolized. As the YouTube landscape continued to change, with new creators rising to prominence and old ones fading into obscurity, LeafyIsHere found himself struggling to maintain relevance. His videos, once a staple of the platform, began to slip further and further down the algorithm, a victim of the changing tastes of the internet. In a bid to recapture his former glory, Leafy occasionally returned to his roots, producing content reminiscent of his earlier days. These videos, while successful in rekindling some of the excitement that had once surrounded his channel, were met with mixed reactions. Some praised Leafy for staying true to himself, while others accused him of doubling down on the toxic behavior that had led to his fall from grace. Despite the challenges and controversies, LeafyIsHere remained a significant figure within the YouTube community. His impact on the platform was undeniable, and his name continued to be synonymous with a specific era of internet history. Though his influence may have waned, the legacy of LeafyIsHere lived on, a testament to the power of unfiltered, controversial content in the digital age. As we reflect on the rise and fall of LeafyIsHere, it's important to consider the lessons that can be learned from his story. The meteoric ascent to internet stardom and the subsequent plunge into controversy serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the power of our words and actions in the digital realm. In the end, LeafyIsHere's story is one that will continue to resonate, a fascinating exploration of the darker side of fame and the consequences of pushing the boundaries of acceptability. The final nail in the coffin for Leafy's career came in 2020, when YouTube terminated his channel for violating the platform's harassment and bullying policies. The ban was a fitting end for a creator whose entire brand was built on pushing the limits of acceptable behavior. And yet, despite his dramatic fall from grace, there remains a morbid fascination with the train wreck that was LeafyIsHere. In August 2020, LeafyIsHere's YouTube channel was permanently terminated, citing multiple violations of the platform's policies on harassment and bullying. The decision sent shockwaves throughout the YouTube community, prompting intense debate over the issue of content moderation and the balance between free speech and protecting users from harm. Many creators and fans alike were divided over the platform's decision to ban Leafy. Some applauded the move, seeing it as a long overdue response to the toxic environment his content had fostered. Others, however, were more critical, arguing that Leafy's termination set a dangerous precedent for censorship and the policing of controversial content. Leafy's termination served as a reminder of the delicate balance that exists between the freedom to create and the responsibility to protect the well-being of users. His story is a testament to the power of the internet, to both create and destroy, to elevate individuals to dizzying heights of fame and to bring them crashing down in the face of controversy. Following his ban from YouTube, LeafyIsHere attempted to stage a comeback on various other platforms, including Twitch and Storyfire. While these efforts saw limited success, they failed to recapture the meteoric rise and influence he once enjoyed on YouTube. It seemed that the era of LeafyIsHere, at least in its original form, was well and truly over. Despite his downfall, the impact of LeafyIsHere on the YouTube community and internet culture as a whole cannot be understated. His controversial content, love him or hate him, pushed the boundaries of what was deemed acceptable on the platform, forcing creators and viewers alike to confront the darker aspects of internet fame and the consequences of their actions online. LeafyIsHere's story also serves as a warning to those who seek to emulate his success. While his meteoric rise to fame may be alluring, it's important to remember the price he paid for his controversial content and the lasting impact his actions had on both himself and those around him. Aspiring creators would do well to learn from Leafy's mistakes, striving to create content that is both engaging and responsible. In conclusion, the tale of LeafyIsHere is one of ambition, controversy, and downfall. It's a story that encapsulates the best and worst aspects of the internet age, a cautionary tale that will undoubtedly continue to resonate with creators and viewers for years to come. As we look back on the rise and fall of one of YouTube's most controversial figures, we must remember the lessons his story teaches us, and strive to create a more responsible and inclusive online community. It's important to consider the lessons that can be learned from his story. The meteoric ascent to internet stardom and the subsequent plunge into controversies, reminding us of the power of our words and actions in the digital realm. In the end, LeafyIsHere's story is one that will continue to resonate, a fascinating exploration of the darker side of fame and the consequences of pushing the boundaries of acceptability.